This video was brought to you by Embedded System Solution, a company composed of like-minded electrical engineers, computer engineers, and computer scientists, and whose main goal is assisting our engineering customers, non-engineering customers, and technician level customers with their electrical and computer engineering level and technician level needs. Our customers range everywhere from engineering students to university professors, technicians to engineers, junior engineers to senior engineers. Please feel free to visit us at www.embeddedsystemsolution.com. Again, www.embeddedsystemsolution.com, or better yet, email us at support@embeddedsystemsolution.com. And like always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like. Right? Just remember that, right? And so the command utilities perspective, right? And so, okay. Crap. That's why sometimes I hate Windows, because it's just, LibreOffice, because it's just glitchy. That's a bummer. So anyway, so what you should be seeing on the top is, oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it was file perspective. Now we're command utilities perspective. Okay, so sorry for the glitches. You get what you pay for, right? LibreOffice Impress. So anyways, so as we mentioned, it's 3 files whenever the file perspective. Now we're talking about the command line perspective, otherwise aka utilities, right? And so them being files, you would think like any other file, you can edit them with a text editor, right? And the most well-known text editors are Notepad++, VI, Nano. These are text editors that are familiar, especially in Linux. Now, I believe that Notepad++ isn't available in Linux, or at least whenever I tried installing it years ago, it wasn't available. So let me know. You know, people talk constantly about Notepad++ on Linux, and the only way that I was able to do that is through, I think it's Wine. With that application, I was able to install it. Other than that, no. But anyways, so if in case it's available, you know, there it's listed. Now, with a text editor, you can edit any file, and those files being regular, computer files, you should be able to edit them. But just because you can, doesn't mean you should, right? And so it turns out that, that's why it was deleted. And so it turns out that to edit these files, wow, I hate these glitches. Okay, to edit these files, okay, I'm gonna fast forward, I'm gonna step ahead just so I can delete this. Let me see if I can, there we go. Oh, I can't get rid of this glitch. So anyways, so to edit these files, instead of using the text editor, the computer admin uses what are called command line utilities, right? So there we go. So hopefully it's not gonna go away. So the computer admin, uses, instead of using the Notepad, the general text editor, you use these command line utilities. And in terms of editing the shadow file, to edit the shadow file, you have to use, to edit it, to add a user, you use the user add, you use the user mod, and you use the user delete, right? And so as you can imagine, what each utility does is self-explanatory, right? But those are the utilities that you're supposed to use to edit those files, right? At least the computer admin. So in terms of setting up SSH or Git, you're gonna have to use those commands essentially to add every single user that's gonna use SSH. Every single user. So if you're in your team, you're gonna have 50 users using Git, using Git version control. Guess what? You're gonna have to create an account for each one, unless you create one account, a Git, the username Git, and everybody uses that account. You can do that too. But it has its issues right there. So anyways, so to edit that, the takeaway here is to edit that file, the shadow file, you use those utilities. And utilities are, if you're new to Linux, is any command lines that you use, like change directory or present working directory, pwd, those are considered command line utilities. So anyways, so moving forward, to edit the password file, of course, so, oh, there we go. Okay, so it's not 100% glitchy. So to edit the password file, again, it has its own command line utility to edit it, and that would be the password command line utility. So anytime you want to do modifications to the password, guess what? That's the command line that you use. So don't use a regular text editor. And as you can conclude, of course, to edit the group file, it has its own set of utilities, right? And it's group add, group mod, and group delete, right? And so again, the computer admin has to use these commands to edit this file, And editing each one of these files is how you create a user account. So again, before you can use SSH, each person that gets added, you must create an account, and you're gonna edit all three files. And just we will cover what each command does, but if in case not, use the man page, or a quick Google search in terms of telling you how is it that the command lines work. But we will cover that too as well. But so maybe not as in depth. But anyway, so moving forward, I think this is the end. Okay, all right. So so this is the end of the command line of user add Linux, the command line perspective. Now we're going to talk about the file system perspective in terms of adding a user, right? In terms of Linux. Thank you. Bye.